That's why you got your hand over it, guys. 2 hands on the cups, please. All right, ready, set, toss.
Keep going free.
The Salmon in the Classroom program is helping to create stewards of the environment.
It gives all kids success at some point, which is really great. And it's such a great learning opportunity, but it's also just so much fun. And it's something they'll remember forever.
Bye, fishies. I love you.
Salmon in the Classroom has been around since 1997, actually, so it's been a long time. And it started out with just 4 schools, and then it grew by word of mouth mostly, and it snowballed into about 200 schools. And we now have 330 schools participating statewide, so in every little nook and cranny of the state, we have schools raising salmon from eggs up until par in the spring, and then they get to release them in an approved river near their school and have a whole educational day.
So these fish, we've had these for about a couple of months now, and we've been doing tests about like how hard the water is and how rough it is. And we have about 123 about left. We've been doing really well.
They love it. They are very concerned about the fish. There was a day last week, I was in the building but not in the room, and they're like, I think one's laying down, I think there's something wrong with it. It was fine, he was resting, everything was good to go. But they are very attached to the fish, very concerned about their well-being. And as the years progressed, we're starting to go more into letting them do some of the maintenance of the tank and reading some of the different water quality tests that we've been doing. The program starts with, we go to a hatchery near us, and then we do kind of a all-day training. We get to tour the hatchery and learn about the different activities and the type of salmon we're growing. And then we pick up our eggs, we bring them back here. Takes a couple weeks or so for them to hatch. Once they hatch, we go through the feeding process. So it's a few months, they usually hatch around December. And then between April 15th and May 15th, we go and release them in a designated river.
Our biologists do an amazing job understanding what's kind of happening in our Great Lakes and in our rivers. So we have research teams that are out sampling all the time and trying to understand, our bait fish populations, the food that these big predator fish are eating, and the predator populations and how they're all balancing out with each other. We have 6 hatcheries in the state that raise different species and stock them in locations that are determined, through research and fishing needs. So, if you put them in certain rivers, they'll come back to those rivers. We're creating that fishing opportunity here.
I think it really opens their eyes to what we have in the area and what makes Michigan so special and the things that Michigan has to offer in terms of nature.
We've been learning about them, we've been studying, and we've been fixing all the problems that we had.
We're going to do a release day during the school day where we're all going to get on a bus with the fish, take them to the designated river location that we're going to be releasing them, and do a couple different activities.
Everybody grab a cup.
Look at how big they are.
Are you ready to release? Yeah! Release your fish. Good.
Sissy.
Oh, they have loved it. They were a little sad to see the fish go because we've had them for so long. It was very rewarding. It felt like we've accomplished something as well, just like the kids feel too. Seeing it come full circle has helped tremendously in their accountability, knowing that what we were doing with the fish in the classroom, taking care of them, the water quality, feeding, has helped them thrive. And then putting here, it's kind of like a farewell, all of our hard work has been worth something. Like we prefaced today, yes, we're learning, but we're having fun, and we want you to have fun. That's what today is for.
Can I say what it probably feels like if I want a salmon? to feel free and get to swim in a bigger water.
It really teaches kids the importance of taking care of the resources that we have here and how we can do that through our interactions with animal and plant alike.
It's amazing to be able to connect kids to something that they don't necessarily get a glimpse of. And some of these kids have never worn waders and have never been in a river, or maybe never even been to this river. So building those connections for kids that have never had that chance is a huge thing. And we teach about 35,000 kids a year. So it's a huge impact over time.
And we've noticed with some of our kids that may not be as academically inclined and school may not be of much enjoyment to them, that programs like this and outdoor education and programs with animals, that's where they thrive. So they get an experience where they know that I am good at something and that this is where my specialty is.
Environmental education hinges on just this immersive, interactive experience and being outside and being connected to the resources. The more hands-on they can get, the better off they are. They learn by teaching each other and they learn by doing. By the end of the day, they're going to be little experts. So all those connections are, those are long-term things. This is something these kids will remember forever.
Celebrating vibrant people.
Captivating places and remarkable things.
This is Living West Michigan.
I'm all about you.